Greetings from the garden. It's been a while since we've done an update, and I thought I'd show you around here. It's getting to be close to the middle of March, and we have been working in the garden. Here is our back part where we have some fruit trees. We've been gathering leaves from the neighborhood and are filling in some gaps here, letting that break down. Our bank of Mexican sunflower is doing really well and getting tall. Oh, this is our peach tree. We trimmed it back, trying to have it have an open growth habit, and it's doing really well. We also have our plum tree over here, and we trimmed it as well, and it's really bushing out. Growing. Some of our wildflowers have come back again, and those are blooming for the pollinators. The elderberry bushes here are blooming. They bloomed all during the winter and are putting on some berries. They will turn purple here. There's a cluster of them. And we're planning to plant more. We have lots of starts, so we'll have plenty of those berries to harvest. Over here, a little collection of toilet paper plants. They're blooming. We transplanted those from some cuttings, and they put out beautiful purple flowers. And look at this. This is one of our ever-bearing dwarf mulberry trees. And if you get in close, you can see they are just loaded with little fruits. They are really going to just be crazy here in a few weeks for harvesting those. We have, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 or so of those planted and doing well. New addition, this is a cranberry hibiscus. Good for salads. It kind of has a tart taste to its leaves. And pigeon peas. These are blooming really well, and they're full of seed pods, but what we've found is they're very weak. They bend over and the branches break. And we haven't figured that out yet, so we're not sure what we're gonna do. But they're growing here. Some of these mulberries, this is a different variety, and you can see they're actually, some of them are starting to turn pinkish, and oh, these last year from this tree were just so tasty. We'll give you an update when those get closer to being ripe. And you may or may not remember, right about this point, we did have a little baby sycamore tree. We decided it wasn't a very healthy one, and so we had that cut out, and we planted in its place a loquat tree. And this is growing quickly, and it will produce some fruits for us, we hope, in the next few years. Another mulberry tree, really getting tall. This one is probably about 7 or 8 feet tall already. And there's our 2 hens, and they are happy birds, and they are laying eggs for us. Hi, birds. One thing that we have continued this year are sweet potato vines. We're using this as ground cover, and they are covering here between the paths and the house. A couple more mulberry trees. And look at that. That fruit there is almost ripe. Look at that. Oh. Next couple days we'll pick those. Papayas are still on the tree, kind of starting to turn. There's one that's getting ready to get ripe down there, and it's flowering, so we hope to have some more fruit off of that. Even though we don't use them that much, it's still good to have. And let's see some more things around the corner. Here is our avocado baby tree, and it is doing great. Look at all that new growth. Lots of new growth. And all along the perimeter, we took cuttings from the Mexican sunflower. So we're gonna have stalks of it here and back there, all the way around to give us some more chop and drop and some more shade. Another mulberry tree, and look, it is just full of fruit as well. Yum. And over here, some more some herbs and some more sweet potato vines. Another loquat tree. And then our 3 bananas, they are still growing and they're putting out little pups down at the bottom. We never have gotten fruit yet, but we are hopeful that maybe this next year they will produce. They're probably full-size trees now, and we will see what they're gonna do. They survive the winter. And down at the base, there are some volunteer tomato plants that we're gonna see what they're gonna do. There's one there. And another one over here. This one's getting pretty big. Oh, and a couple others in the back. Oh, look at that. They're just gonna vine and see if we can get some fruit from them. All right, and back in the corner here, we have a couple of figs. And they're doing okay. We had to move them and we had to cut them back, and they didn't do too well last year, but look at that. That's like 6 feet tall. Leafing out. And then here's another one. We have 2 different varieties, and we have 2 more in pots that still need to be planted. And finally, up here, our moringa tree. Growing, and we need to cut it back so we can keep it short. And that's a little bit of an update. Quite a transformation from the past year or so. Oh, look at what, there is a vine. Look at that, Seminole pumpkin vine has planted itself. So we'll see what happens with that as well. Well, transforming a yard from grass into this in a year is pretty fun, and we hope that you're inspired. I hope that you'll tackle a project that you might have been thinking about, plant something, and see what you can grow.